Victor Papa, 5 and 9.
Roger, my friend. It's Mexico Zero, Victoria, Sugar Papa, and you're 5/7, 5/7, my friend, QSO.
Okay, Mike 0, Sugar Victor Papa, you're 5 and 9, 59, QSL?
QSO, my friend, QSO. It's Victor Sugar Papa. Victor Sugar Papa, QSO.
Okay, Mike 0, Victor Sugar Papa, 5 and 9, 59, QSL?
Roger, my friend, roger. Okay, my friend, thank you very much for the contact. You're also 5958 to 59, QSO.
Okay, thanks for calling in, 73, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, QRZ.
Oscar November 4 for Mike, Golf Yankee. Oscar November.
Is that the main man in there?
Golf Yankee.
Frequency use.
Oscar November 4 for Mike, Golf Yankee.
QRZ, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, Mr. Okay, good morning, Mr. Shepard. Good afternoon, actually, or I should say good evening to you. Golf 1, Italy, Zulu, Quebec, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. How you doing, Mr. Shepard?
Well, we don't like it when you're not on the air. It's getting boring without you, Ray. First of all, I hope Laurie's doing better. We keep sending messages, and let's hope Laurie's doing well. And how's the water situation?
Yeah, okay, very good, Tom. Yeah, a lot of things have been happening here. It's been crazy. So, yeah, Laurie's feeling a little bit better. Her temperature finally broke. It's still, around 100, which is still a little high, but it's a lot better from 102 or 103. She's very fatigued, and she gets very very heavy-winded when she does any walking around in the house. So it's really taken a heck of a lot out of her, but she's doing fine, Tom. No serious issues. Thanks for asking. And the water situation is fixed. I still got to get a new switch for the pump, but everything else seems to be okay, Mr. Shepard. QSL?
Yeah, QSL, that right. Well, that's good news about Laurie, and wish her all the best. And she'll just have to take things easy and build her strength up in that, Ray. And yeah, we like the pictures where you went and see her and stood outside the house, bless her. Oh, great. That's wonderful, Ray. We've been praying for her, but she's just got to get better, and I'm sure she will, Ray. But yeah, it's strange, Ray, when you're not around. It is very strange without you on the air, QSL.
Yeah, QSL, yeah, very, very strange situation. Hold on one second, Tom. Stand by.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, just seen somebody walking on my property in Jonesport. Wasn't sure who it is, but somebody just came into the property. QSL?
Yeah, obviously you got cameras up there, yeah. I suppose it's probably a radio amp just more on the antennas, Ray.
No, actually, we got crane service coming in there tomorrow, so I think the crane guy's just looking in there to see what's going on. Go ahead.
With you. I'm sure you'll keep an eye on them to see what's going on. Any case, so everything's all right there up there in the mountains, and you're having a reasonably good time then, Ray, QSL?
Well, I'm not really having too much of a great time, Tom. A lot of things have been going on, as you know. It's been absolutely crazy with this virus, and have a lot of things broken in the air from the last windstorm. I was on the tower yesterday, did an emergency repair. It's been a little bit crazy, but hopefully things will start calming down here, Tom. You're sounding great as always. Hope everything's fine with you and Joe. And I seen Boris is better now, so this is all good news. QSL?
Yeah, all good news, and especially good news about Laurie and that. And, well, you can do what you can do, Murray, and I think you were very wise to do what you want, and I think we know Laurie's going to get through this. Another few days of rest, and she takes it easy, but I would imagine she's finding it very hard not to do anything. You know, she's been a switched-on lady and working and working and working. So, you know, a few days rest are going to do her the best, Ray, and that's it. But, yeah, it's still a high over here. It is getting well. It hasn't got any worse, but it's nearly 900 today. Just give the news out on the TV. It's nearly 900 people again in the hospitals, and they've just extended the lockdown for another 3 weeks. They've just given it out. So yeah, I think we're going to be on a lockdown until probably June, Ray, QSL.
Yeah, that's why I'm afraid everything's going in that direction. Looks like it's definitely going in that direction for sure. Yeah, it's just terrible. They want to open up the government here in the U.S. I don't think it's going to be possible until at least June or July. QSL?
Yeah, I think that's the same. I think we're going to be the same here. I don't think it's peaked. I still don't think it's peaked, and it's certainly not going flat or anything like that. So we've just got to sit here and stay home and pray for everybody, Ray. Okay, Ray, I don't want to hog it. There'll be everybody in Europe trying to get you. You have a good evening over there, and hopefully we'll catch you tomorrow sometime, Ray.
Okay, very good, Tom. Yep. It's great to hear you. I'm not with it 100%. I'm doing multiple things here while I'm talking to you. So it's great to hear you. The best wishes to you and the family, and stay well there in the United Kingdom. Golf 1 Italy Zulu Queen, Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. God bless the UK.
Okay, Ray, well, I'm glad for good news. We're getting good news from your side. Have a great evening, Ray. Cheers and beers, buddy. And if you speak to Laurie, say hi for us. Cheers and beers. God bless America.
Yeah, God bless the United Kingdom. 20 over, Tom. Thanks for calling in. This is Whiskey 2 Radio Echo, QRZ.
Delta Julia 2, Sierra Tango.
Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Delta Japan 2, Sugar Tango. You're 5 and 9 in the state of Maine. Over.
Yeah, QSL Ray, you also 5 and 9. My name's Sven, Sierra Whiskey Echo November. We worked before on 80 and 17 a long time ago, over.
Okay, yes, Sven, very good. Yeah, you're sounding great. You're 10 to 20 over. I'm running the triple stack here in Maine, running about 1 kilowatt. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. I have the same power with a very old KLM KT 30, what is it, 30 something X3 Alpha. She's playing good, and that's fine. Okay, Ray, over.
Yeah, sounding good. Well, thanks for calling in. Appreciate it. A lot of stations calling, so I won't hold it. Delta Japan 2, Sugar Tango, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Yeah, bye-bye, Ray.
Thank you. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, QRZ.
Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Echo India 2, India Foxtrot Bravo, Republic of Ireland calling.
Okay, Echo India 2, Italy Fox Bravo, I think, in Ireland. You're 5 and 9 plus, over.
Yeah, likewise there, you're 5 and 9 plus maybe 20 dB, 5 and 9 plus 20 dB, a very strong signal. Nice hearing from you there, and I think hopefully things aren't too bad, but things are not good in most places. Echo India 2, India Foxtrot Bravo, listening.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, very good. What's the name again? Ian?
Name is Joe, Juliet Oscar Echo. Joe, Juliet Oscar Echo. Conditions on this side is an ICOM radio and 100 meters of wire, 100 meters long wire between 2 trees, Roger.
Yeah, okay, very good, Joe. Very good. Good to hear you. You're sounding wonderful. 59 plus. Got a very nice signal. Where are you located? You're near Dublin? Go ahead.
Miles west of Dublin, 60 miles west of Dublin. I'm pretty much in the very middle of Ireland. If you were to put a pin right into the middle of Ireland, you would be quite close to me. So pretty much the middle of Ireland. You're doing a good job getting over here, and I'm glad to hear I'm getting you as well. Echo India 2, India Foxtrot Bravo returning.
Okay, very good, Joe. Well, good to hear you. Thanks for calling in. Really appreciate it. 73s and take care, and best wishes to all the people in the Republic of Ireland. Echo India 2, India Fox Bravo, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo 73.
73.
Okay, QRX, one moment.
73s from Ireland.
Okay, so I'm up here in the Catskill Mountains. I'm up here streaming. This is what I woke up to this morning. Let me bring this up. My internet speed here is not very good. That's why I haven't been streaming much. I just don't have it here until I get the fiber hooked up. So this is a picture of. You could see this here. I'm trying to open it up, but it takes forever with this internet here. Here we go. Come on, open up. It's really, really slow here. Guess it's not going to open. There we go. So this is what I woke up to this morning. We got about 2 or 3 inches of snow on the ground here. Very cold here. It's right now the temperature is 30 degrees, and a few people have asked about the wife. So let me bring the picture up yesterday. I visited my wife yesterday. I wish this would go a little quicker here, but it's not really cooperating for me. Nothing cooperating up here. So here's a picture of me talking to the wife yesterday. This is how we had to do it. So I went down to Poquag, New York, which is about 2.5 hours south of here. And I stood out in the driveway and I spoke to Lori. You see, she has her mask on. She has the coronavirus. She got it from work. 100 of the 300 healthcare workers in her facility came down with the virus. So there she is while I'm talking to her through the window. Anyway, that's the status here. Radio, the only thing that's keeping sanity here. QRZ, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
India, Zulu 3, Kilo Golf India.
Mike 6, India.
Italy, Zulu 3, Kilo Golf India, very strong, 59 plus, over.
Yeah, thank you, Ray, from IZ3 KGI. You're 5 and 9, 59, QSL.
QSL, yep, you're sounding wonderful. You're peaking 20 over. And I'm operating from Maine. I'm remote, sitting in upstate New York in the Catskill Mountains. Go ahead.
Yeah, QSL, Ray. We got maybe 10 contacts in the last 10 days. Thank you very much. You're 5'9", 5'9 plus. You're in Northern Italy. Name is Nicola. Following your live streaming and hope that your wife is feeling better now. QSL.
Yeah. Okay. Very good, Nicola. Thank you very much for the information and the concerns. Yes, she's doing better. Her fever has broke. It's no more 102 or 103. It's right now around 100, like high 90s, like 99.5. That's in temperature, body temperature, and she fever is not as bad, and she's still a little weak, but getting better. Thank you for asking, QSL.
QSL, Ray. QSL. I'm following you on Facebook, so. I'm keeping myself updated on your story over there because we got a lot of contacts during these days. So I know your son is not working for the TV station anymore for the moment. Even here we are in quarantine for almost 45 days, and let's see what happens in the future. On new law say we have to remain at home until the 3rd of May. QSL.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Yep, things are very bad here as well, as you know. Just like Italy, New York City, and the suburbs of New York, very, very bad shape. And I'm fortunate to be up here in the Catskill Mountains, and not much happening here except a lot of snow on the ground. It just keeps snowing, and snowing. So that's the story. So, well, thank you for calling in. Appreciate it. Italy Zulu 3, Kilo Golf India, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Give me another call, Dave.
We are lucky because we can speak and do something on the radio. I was playing with my son this afternoon,
construction of the rotative dipole for 40 meters. So let's see what happens in the next few days, and I will put up that dipole and see how it works with the remote station. 73 Ray, and thank you very much. Enjoy the Xing. Be safe. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo is at 3 KGI. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you very much for calling in. Thanks for the current concerns. Best wishes to you and the people of Italy. Italy Zulu 3, Kilo Golf India. Thank you. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, ciao.
Victor Lima Foxtrot.
Are you in there, Dave? Golf Zero Golf Queen Pacific. Are you on frequency? Okay, I heard Ray in there. Very low frequency. Golf Zero, very low frequency. Hey, Ray, how you doing?
I'm all right there, Ray. Good afternoon, good morning to yourself. Well, you must be afternoon. And now, glad things are looking a bit better with Laurie, so I'm very a lot of talk and discussion over here about the care homes, replicate exactly what's happening over there. So I think there's a lot of questions to be answered there when it all comes to an end, or when it actually does come to an end. Just one quick question. I was actually just curious how you actually pulled the stub mast over. Did you do that from the ground with a truck, or just onto an anchor there, Ray? Go ahead.
Yeah, what happened, Ray, is at that location, that mast is getting very old. It's been in the tower for 20 years. And what happened, I think it's starting to get a little soft. And we had 80-mile-an-hour winds. 80-mile-an-hour winds took out a lot of trees. And it bent the mast about 15 degrees. So what Bobby and I did yesterday while we came down to visit Lori, this is at my home QTH, I took a steel cable and went about as high as I could. I actually stood on the top of the tower, strapped myself around the bent mast, and got the thing up about, 8-9 feet, as high as I could reach my tippity toes. And then we took the steel cable and we brought it down to a tree where we had this thing called a come-along. I don't know what you guys call it in Europe. And we ratcheted it down and pulled the cable until the mast became straight again. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger, and I would like to have seen that on video. I'd love to see that on video of engineering background, and I teach some engineering on the local colleges here. I should imagine a lot of metal fatigue, and imagine the
metal fatigue
clamped on, etc., etc. They've been up 20 years, so over time, you do need to swap these things out. Depends on the quality of steel, etc., etc. But you did a wonderful job anyway. I mean, I take my hat off to you. It's very interesting sort of doing stuff like that, etc., etc. But it would be nice to sort of video with that. But anyway, take care, Ray. There's lots of stations calling. I won't sort of hold you. Glad to hear you on the air. Enjoy that snow. Do some skiing and DX in here, Char. Do we two RAGs over here left. Bye-bye, sir.
Yeah, okay, very good, Ray. Yeah, the key to doing that is, because I've done this a few times, and it doesn't always work. But being it was only about a 10 or 15 degree bend, I was able to do it. But if I get anything more like 30 degrees or 45 degrees, forget about it. I can't do anything. But what I was able to do was, you have to bend it back the same direction it bent. You got to be within a couple of degrees. If you try to bend that thing back from a different angle, it's not going to work. So I figured out which way the wind blew and bent it, and I bent it back from the same direction. Fortunately, we have a lot of trees, so we're able to pick a tree and then put a strap around the tree and then hook up the come-along and pull until we get it straight. Actually, we have to pull it back about another 5 degrees back toward the other direction, because once we bend it back 5 degrees the other direction, it usually pulled back right to the center. So the key now, Ray, is I have to. I didn't do it this trip, but when this coronavirus thing ends, I have to now drop that mast inside the tower a few feet, because that mast is now compromised at that point. There's too much metal fatigue now in that spot. So we'll drop the mast a couple feet in the tower, which is okay, not a big problem to do. But at some point in the near future, I got to replace that mast. 73, take care. Golf 0, Victor Lima Fox, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo 73. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, thanks. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. I hear you in there, Dave. Golf 0, Golf Queen Pacific, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Yeah, okay, right. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Golf 0, Golf Quebec, right back. I guess you had a drop out on your internet connection because it all went dead this end. I know you have problems with it up there, Ray, so I guess that was the problem, was it? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was trying to adjust the audio. Because you said the audio was low, and then something locked up on the computer, and I couldn't do anything. So it wasn't that I was ignoring you. I just lost everything on this end. Anyway, so the latest status, you probably heard what the story is with Lori there, and Kelly got tested yesterday, and Ray Jr. got tested 2 days ago. I spoke to my doctor yesterday because I needed a prescription filled, and he asked me if I wanted to be tested. I told him I'm not showing any symptoms, but if I do, I'll get tested. So the testing system's working pretty good here stateside. You get tested within 2 days, you know the results. Go ahead.
Yes, okay. All right, nice to hear you once more.
Well, I think
you're okay.
Anyway,
we're all right at this end, and we've just been told on the evening 5 o'clock broadcast that the lockdown will continue another 3 weeks, over.
Hopefully, as each day goes by, there'll be a gradual improvement, and then Laurie will be getting back to normal over the next week or 2 or 3, however long it takes. It's not a quick job, and I'm sure. I did hear Tom, by the way. I could hear Tom on my radio here, because he's only about 35 mile or 40 mile away from me, and I could hear him, but it'd be a little while before she's up and around. She might be a bit active lady, but from what we've been hearing, and you guys have been hearing, it knocks you for 6, absolutely floors you, and it takes a long while to get back, but she's heading in the right direction. That's all that counts as far as we and you are concerned. And I know you've got an awful lot on your plate, Ray. I can hear it in your voice. I've known you a long, long time, and I've worked you many times and listened to you many times, and I can hear it in your voice, mate. You got enough on your plate with worrying about Laurie. You got the family. You got the problems that you've had up there with the water pump, antennas, and God knows what. As we say, it always comes in 2s and 3s, Ray. Life's a real bummer at times, but you'll get through it. I know you will. Known you a long while, and I know Laurie will. She's a real fighter, and she'll kick ass, mate, or kick ass, as you guys say. Anyway, I won't tie you up too long. There's plenty of stations calling. And the usual one, the stations calling whilst you're talking. I don't know how the hell they think you're going to hear them, but they do. Give Laurie our love, and wish her a speedy recovery from the Jackson 5 household. And I look forward to catching up with you again, Ray. And keep your chin up, mate. It's all going to be okay. I know it's got to be I can't even imagine how you're feeling. Nobody can. You can't imagine how anyone's feeling unless you're in the same position, but you'll be all right. You'll come through it. You've got loads of friends out there giving you support, Ray. I think you know that anyway. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. Your good friend, Golf 0, good quality person.
Yeah, very good, Dave. Yep. It's been the support's been amazing. Being that she's basically in the front line of this whole thing, being a nurse. And but I tell you, they're taking a beating right now. The nurses and the doctors and any healthcare provider at this point, even the people that go in the rooms and sweep the floors. Everybody in the healthcare industry, the cooks inside these facilities are all in the battlefield, as you could say. It doesn't matter which country in the world; it's all the same. They're all getting ill, and that's why, Dave. That's why we escaped early. We said, you know what? There's a very good chance that this could happen, and in hindsight, it may have been a great decision, but I won't know. I mean, it's hard to be away from the wife. I'm kind of used to it because I spent 6 weeks up in Maine back in September and October building that station up there, the station I'm operating from right now. So, I've spent, long periods of time away from Lori, but, being away from her while she's sick is a little bit of a different situation. But she's getting better. just saw her. I just spoke to her on FaceTime on our iPhones, and she looks a lot better than she did a couple days ago. So I think she's well on her way to recovery. Nobody knows what the long-term effects this thing will have on anybody. You don't know if you're going to have permanent lung damage or anything. It's all speculation at this point. But we'll see. We'll see how it all transpires. I've been very tired the last 5 or 6 days. Very fatigued and a slight headache. But I don't have the signs of this thing. But it's very possible that I could have it. And I'm not just showing the effects like everybody else, but I won't know until I get tested. But like I said, Lori's doing a lot better, and thanks for the concerns, and we'll try to get through this. I got a lot of things going on right now. I got a crane service coming up in Maine tomorrow. I got a crew up there, going to be there tomorrow. We got a freaking mess up in Maine. I'll send some pictures later. And, it's just one thing after another. So back to you, Dave. Golf Zero, Golf Queen Pacific, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Yeah, okay, Ray. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, Golf Zero, Golf Quebec Papa, right back at you. It's one thing after another, isn't it? And it happens to everybody, in different degrees, of course. You get one problem, and you're sure as hell going to get a load more to go with it. Been there. We had a session last year, Ray. I won't bore you with the details, but it was one thing after another. And I didn't think it was ever going to end, but it did. We come through it, and we're still here, as my old dad used to say. You're above ground and breathing. What more can you want? But I know what you mean. I mean, you say you were away from Laurie for 6 weeks up in Maine, but that was by choice. That was something that you did, you decided to do, and Laurie was okay. When it's forced upon you, like now, it's a total different story, isn't it, Ray? It really is, and particularly as you can't touch her, you can't hold her, you've got to talk to her from down in the street through a window. It's really tough. There's no two ways about it. But you're going to get there, mate. As I say, it's very tough at the moment, but in a few weeks' time, you better look back on it and laugh and smile and say, hell, that was something else, but look where we are now, And yeah, we're all concerned, you know that. Everybody always shows concern on Facebook. But because that's a natural reaction, but there's a lot of us that know you personally that got more concern because we know you folks are good guys. It's as simple as that. All right, mate. Well, did you hear you say about the guy walking on the property and the crane coming? By the way, yeah, there's a lot going on and a bit with the bent mast and oh dear. It's never ending. It really is never ending. And as I say, we had a spell like that last year, Jackie and I, and I didn't think it was ever going to end, but it did. And you just got to put it down to experience. As long as we all come out the other end walking, breathing, and able to do what we were doing before, that's what counts. But give Laurie our love, Ray. That's from all of us here. The kids are all aware of what's going on. I've told all the kids. As you know, Nikki still lives at home, so she knew straight away. And Jackie was on the telephone to Kelly. It's a daily thing, of course, with what's going on. And she told Kelly sends her love as well. And also Lindsay, they're all phoning each day, or Jackie phones them. So you've got the love from our family coming across. And if that ain't enough, I don't know what is, right. Okay, I'll let you get on. Keep smiling, you can't do anything else. You've got to be positive because your positivity will be able to feed through to Laurie. She'll feed off that and that'll help her. Knowing that because she'll be worrying about you, You know what women are like, Ray? They worry about us. They can be near death's door and they're still worrying about you. And you bet your bottom dollar, Laurie will be worrying about you. So you've got to show positive, show her that, you're fine and dandy, and she'll feed on that and that'll help her through. Anyway, enough of that. I'll show you what I can on and speak to a few people, play radio. Hopefully your interest hasn't gone down, Ray. If it has, I'll be wasting my time again. But that won't be the first time. Love to all of you, and Godspeed for Laurie. I hope she's back to normal very, very soon. I've got my fingers crossed, my legs crossed, and everything else crossed, Ray. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. Great to talk to you again, Ray, and thanks for the update. And we've got a sign outside our house, by the way. It's called the National Health Service here in the UK, as you probably know. I made a sign up with blue lights, because that's their colours. Got it on the front lawn. So if you look on my Facebook page, Ray, you'll see it. That's our little tribute to all the health workers, as you say, from the cleaners right the way through. It ain't just doctors and nurses. There's an awful lot of them in the front line. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. Golf Zero, Golf Quebec Papa.
Yeah, okay, very good, Dave. Fantastic for everything. Thank you for the warm wishes. Really appreciate it. And it's great to hear from you. And we'll get through it, no doubt about it. Just real tough times. Real tough times. There's nothing to do with financial or anything like that. You know, fortunately, you know, I still got a paycheck coming in. In that regards, I'm kind of fortunate. It's just you know, health-wise and things breaking down and being isolated up here in the mountains. You know, I typically love coming up here to Summit. This is a great place to be. And, you know, surprised that it's been snowing so much up here. But, you know, this is the longest I've ever been up here in a row. You know, I don't get up here very often. When I bought this place in 2010, I thought I was going to be spending an awful lot of time up here. And then when I retired in 2013, I've been spending less time up here. So being able to get up here is great, but I wish it was under different circumstances for sure. Anyway, great to hear you. Thanks for the warm wishes. And best to you and your family, and we'll keep in touch. I'll check your Facebook page out in a little bit. Golf Zero, Golf Queen Pacific, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo 73. Take care. God bless the United Kingdom.
Yeah, okay, Ray. From Golf Zero, Golf Quebec Papa. You're not getting me into all that. I'll leave that to our mate Tom. He does all that. I'll just, God bless all of you. I'm not a religious person, Ray, but I know there's a lot of people out there who are, and I respect that. But you all stay safe. I'll catch up with you real soon. And on retirement, you have less time when you retire than you had when you were working. I know that, you know, the last 6 years, Ray. 7-3 anyway. There's plenty want to speak to you and give you good wishes. See you soon. I'll catch up with you next time round. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo, my pleasure. Golf Zero, Golf Quebec Papa, now clear. Bye-bye, Ray. See you soon.
Okay, Dave. Great to hear you. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate it. Golf Zero, Golf Queen Pacific. Thanks. 73. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo, QRZ.
November.
Okay, there you go, Ken. I heard you in there. I don't think you heard me going back to Dave, but I hear you now, Ken. Golf Zero, Kilo Echo November, booming, 59 plus, over.
Thank you very much for that, Ray. Nice to hear. I'm sorry if I jumped in. I thought the frequency was empty. I didn't hear a soul. I hope I wasn't talking over somebody, over.
No, it's perfectly fine. I was working my longtime friend Dave, Golf Zero, Golf Queen Pacific. Dave and I go back a long time. Him and his family came over. In 1989 or 1990. So you're talking to what, 20 years ago? No, 30 years ago. And the phone just keeps on ringing here.
Oh, okay. Was that the phone?